According to Mythos, 100% of you are subscribed. Good job.
The Path of the Hunt is honestly one of my favorite ones in the entire game. One, because the gameplay of it is very fun to just say to one particular guy, I hate you in particular, and delete them out of existence. But also, I like the way that a lot of the characters are sort of tied in towards motivation or revenge, which, I mean, to be fair, is another type of motivation. So I tend to want to look for these elements within the equations that have been showcased to us through the past 3 Divergent universe chapters. As such, in this video, we're going to be going through them, and I'll be reading them and giving a little bit of my own discussion as to what I think about them. So feel free to leave down in the comments if you think that whatever I say is wrong, or if you have anything further to add onto this input, because honestly a lot of the discussions are a lot of fun. So without any further ado, let us get on with the video. Ancestral War God. Okay, Chopstick Killer, you win this round. Those 5 chopsticks of yours are all lethal strikes. There's no way I can block them all. But as a security officer, it is my duty to stop you. Did you know my father once fought the demon of Renesh? My grandfather caught the Little Green Man and successfully threw them in prison. All the way back to the Canvas Age, my family has protected this planet for centuries. I am not telling you this to brag about my noble bloodline. I'm reminding you that this mask allows me to manifest the power of my ancestors. See that ghost on your left? That's my father. The ghost on your right is my grandfather. And behind them, and even further back, ancestors, assemble. That final line really just had to be an Avengers Assemble reference. Dear God. Okay, let's dissect this a little bit. Because first things first, we immediately see the Chopstick Killer, who we found about in the upvoted twin stars in the video going over the elation equations. And I am really confused, because now this is another individual that potentially fought the moon, because in upvoted twin stars we saw that the moon supposedly descended from the heavens above and was like, yeah, I'm gonna 1v1 this individual. That is genuinely wild, especially because I'm pretty sure it mentions in the other equation that they were fighting the supplicant unicorn officer or something like that, which really now just segments that the Ancestral War God is the opponent, and that just, the fact that these two are connected is hilarious to me. Bald Creator. Vermin carefully felt the top of his head. 7 strands. Only 7 strands of hair remained, fluttering in the cold wind as his final chips on the table. And he still had several grueling matches ahead of him. The Baldia hair pulling contest is the most scalp-tingling competition in the cosmos. You win by plucking your opponent completely bald. The match tests not only strength and speed, but also hair density. As for the winner, Aha will bestow upon them a perfect, luscious mane, squeezing out the last drop of hair growth cream. Vermin carefully applied it to his roots. Though the effect was negligible, it provided a small bit of psychological comfort. If I lose this one, I won't be needing this stuff anymore. Vermin joked to himself as he stepped out to face his opponent. This is definitely the most nonsensical equation that I have read up to this point, because it really is just a hair pulling contest. There's nothing else beyond that. The fact that this individual had 7 strands of hair is absolutely crazy, I could never go bald. But yeah, just Aha is a silly little guy. Like, genuinely just for holding this, you can see how chaotic Aha is. So I guess that is what I can take away from this. Cursed Teacher. I'm a teacher, and knowledge is my curse. Ever since the Atavi Search Forest performed information conversion surgery on me, that phrase has been more than just a metaphor. The moment I wake, my knowledge begins to haunt me. Anatomy critiques how I wash my face. Nutrition tosses out my breakfast. Kinematics forces me to ditch the subway and walk to work, only for traffic engineering to kick me right back onto the train. My dear supplicant friend, I have no desire to accept your challenge, but I'm afraid relativity and astrophysics are eager to test their mettle against you. Perhaps I should have studied the arts. They are so much more beautiful and compassionate. Okay, immediately from the get-go, we're hearing of the Atavi Search Forest, which is the whole subsection that follows Dr. Primitive. Like, I am pretty sure, unless I am completely mistaken, this is where the Prof. Nana was from. Like, the whole Rappa quest, the laboratory that was performing all of these things, they worked under the Atavi Search Forest. So getting to know more about Dr. Primitive, absolutely epic, absolutely horrifying. And the fact that they are dividing this person's actions through different categories is incredibly concerning. And now I'm wondering what the hell they did to wrap up this entire time. Because the whole, oh yeah, like anatomy is doing this, nutrition is doing this, kinematics is doing this, like that is genuinely horrid. Damn. I think this might be one of my favorite equations so far. Vermin Hunter. Hello? Is anyone watching? Tied to this table is none other than the infamous fraudster, Mr. Mill. Did you think hiring history fictionologists to scrub your past would mean no one could find you? Did you think credit and a non-guilty plea would keep you safe? It's all useless. From this moment on, I will hunt down every evil that has escaped judgment. Murderers, fraudsters, sadists. Go ahead and hide in the deepest depths. Hire thugs with blood on their hands, or even turn yourselves in to seek refuge with the Department of Aberration Defense. Everyone will watch through their screens as I grab each of you by the tail and expose your pathetic pleas for mercy. The roll call has ended. Now, let the game of cat and mouse begin. We have a vigilante in here and I am all for it. The idea of somebody just being completely fed up with the world's shenanigans of how people can genuinely just get away with things. Like, yeah, a history fictionologist literally rewriting everything to make sure that this person cannot be found, but this person still finding a way to just get to them is incredibly huge, and I adore that. The way that they also go and mention, oh, like this list of people, I'm coming for you guys. You all are literally done for. Even if you seek refuge by the literal system of the law, I will hunt you down. Like that is so epic. And I like that, you know, name Vermin Hunter ends with a game of cat and mouse. Like that's really nice touch into the detail, and I'm a big fan. Comet Handler. The segmentum where planet Mio resides is pure chaos. A comet called the Intruder is always zooming around all over the place, constantly overlapping with Mio's orbit and threatening to crash into it. One time, as it approached Mio's atmosphere, someone on the planet cracked a joke that made the comet chuckle, causing it to lose its orbital trajectory. Just like that, an apocalyptic crisis passed Mio by. People realized this star had a pretty low bar for humor. Nowadays, whenever people on Mio spot the Intruder coming, they all start telling jokes to make it laugh and veer off course. Mio scientists are even trying to develop joke-powered propulsion to steer the comet in designated directions. You know, if a moon can have sentience in plain Arcadia, why not? Sure, I guess a comet can also just be sentient too. And the idea of it laughing its way off course, just, it's so hilariously stupid, but I like it. And I enjoy that this is literally just a lot of like, oh, like the people's motivation to develop better science was, we don't want to die, so how do we make jokes into science? That's actually kind of epic. Ironarm Ranger. An interview? Huh, that was close. That runaway car almost smashed into that mother and daughter on the sidewalk. Good thing I was quick on the draw. I rushed over and swept them both out of harm's way. Just another day bringing justice to the streets. Ironarm Ranger, a self-proclaimed superhero who frequently appears at accident scenes with the intention of saving lives, but often makes things worse. The mother and daughter he rescued suffered spinal fractures. The car he pushed out of the mud pit fell apart on the spot, and the person he caught falling from a building ended up broken into 3 pieces. After he became a supplicant, the accident rate in plain Arcadia skyrocketed. No need to thank me, just doing what any hero would do. I'll keep doing what's right. Remember the name Ironarm Ranger. Okay, you know what? That makes sense. You can hear my visceral disappointment in how this played out, because I mean, it is plain Arcadia. I should expect the chaotic and silliness, but at the same time, just like, wow, that is just awful. I think where I genuinely lost it, and you might be able to tell by how I was reading the equation, is when they mentioned that somebody broke into 3 pieces. Like, what do you mean? I'm not gonna lie, when I was reading that, I thought it was gonna be like, oh, and their neck snaps, because, you know, it was gonna be a reference to Spider-Man. But no, it's this. Actually, is this a reference to Lego Spider-Man? Anyways, just off topic, like, it is just so bad, and yeah, that's c'est la vie, I guess. Meteor Wholesaler. Good news for all you wishmakers out there. I'm officially launching my Meteor Shower wholesale service today. Just bring your own materials, junked cars, busted furniture, whatever. I'll take it all. For just a teensy bit of wish power, you can watch him streak across the sky and rain down on this planet as shooting stars. Just so we're clear, I only accept non-living items, like that time when certain people sent over rival mob members, or when the lab tried to dump mutant worms on me. Yeah, I sent those right back where they came from, untouched. Also, I don't accept anything over 100 cubic meters. Like someone asked me to toss a building that was about to be demolished, and I nearly got my supplicant status revoked because it triggered an earthquake. From all the silly equations, I think this one is currently taking up my favorite one. The idea of this individual just chucking things into the sky, a la Alice from Genshin Impact, where she's like, oh yeah, you know, we're gonna do the Hilichurl space program, and yeets a Hilichurl into space. This guy is literally doing the same, with conditions, you know, non-living beings. The idea that he threw a literal building that caused an earthquake is absolutely hilarious. Also, the fact that this guy is a supplicant makes all of this that much better. It is the perfect combination of chaotic and just funny that I crave for. So I love this one. Exorcist. You trace the trail of the aberration through the canvas. A stench extends from the town into the forest, leaving dark ink stains upon the green back door. You recall the teachings of your grandfather, Lumere, on how to subdue an aberration. You must first see through the cause of its birth. You sweep your brush to paint a path through the forest, letting a strand of pure moonlight flow along it as you follow the scent of evil. The monster, born from the tender fears of a child, towers higher than mountains, possessing a human head upon a bestial body. You paint hawks to peck out its eyes and sketch ropes to bind its form. Then, with a light touch of your brush, you ride a coiling bullet worm to bite through its neck. Under the phantom moon, the creature dissolves into scattered ink. Beneath its remains, you seem to have found something. A blank mask. Okay, now this one is pretty interesting. The fact that there's a blank mask means that a past supplicant was somewhat involved, and from what I was able to look into, just out of curiosity, apparently keeping hold of a blank mask tends to invite disaster, so you want to get rid of it, otherwise bad things will happen to you. And it seems that a lot of that negativity and also these aberration creatures just seem to be drawn too hard onto this mask that they created that gigantic thing, which is both really cool. I hope we see that at some point in the story, if we haven't already. And just that's genuinely really amazing. And I like that this also ties in with the whole Graphia Institute having an aberration sort of containment team or studies in that regard. Like, I like that that is sort of part of the world building. So I'm a big fan of this. Street Rider Officer. In plain Arcadia, even streets die in silence, taking with them childhood soda bottles and street vendors' calls as they are swallowed by the neon lights of a glitzy world. But in plain Arcadia, death itself is livelier than anything beyond the sky. The ghosts of streets sprout eyes and thousands of legs, drifting through reality like urban legends. You might encounter one inside a skyscraper, or discover a bustling, ancient alleyway hidden in a forest, where crudely made masks and sweets are sold. The streets never vanished. They are like giant serpents, and I am a soul left behind in the past, driving them as they wave through the city. We grapple the skyscrapers and spar with commercial districts. Join us. Let us occupy every corner of the Arcadia until the streets of the past are resurrected in the present. You know, the concept of a street being alive in a literal sense is actually quite cool. I genuinely adore it, for as wacky as it is to imagine it happening. I do feel like it sprouting eyes and 1,000 legs would be absolutely horrifying, because the first thing I imagined was a centipede, and boy oh boy, do I hate those insects. But I'm gonna hope it is more on the goofy side of things, that it just grows literal legs with shoes, because that will give me peace of mind. But yeah, I don't know, just the idea that there's still these places that you can find them if you search for them is actually really invigorating, and I adore that. Last bullet. Young one, you have reached the end of the line in both your path and your reality. Hiding in the shadows, your wounds only sharpen your ragged breathing, making you all the more exposed. Who prowls through this city? Is it the slithering serpent, or the blood feud that slaughtered families? The maniacs who summoned nightmares from the mirror? Or perhaps the aberration shaped by everyone's fear? Time seems to intersect at this moment, between what has happened and what has yet to occur. Your gaze finds a straight trail cutting through them all, connecting countless thoughts into a single line. Is this a quest for vengeance? Blood for blood? Or is it justice sought for another? Staring at the blurry figure approaching, you have already cast aside the reason you came here. You take a deep breath and align your barrel with a long stretch of time. Then you fire the destined bullet. Now this is a really good one to end on, because, okay, first things first, the slithering serpent refers to another equation in the path of propagation that we haven't covered yet, but we will in the near future. And the one that summons nightmares from the mirror is from a destruction equation that apparently also has to do with the mirror holders. I haven't looked too much in depth on that regard, but I'm really hyped about it. Speaking of the equation itself, though, it mentions how this person is trying to shoot even through time against potentially several things that could cause calamity, because, like, it's just insane. And I feel like this could potentially be a Galaxy Ranger, because we have seen that these individuals just have really good aim even into the future. Because one of the weighted curios that we went through in another video, boy oh boy, this is so many references. There is the weighted curio 10 light year gun or foresight or something like that, and that one mentions how the person, that Galaxy Ranger is able to shoot even years into the future, and that's just amazing. I like that a lot. Now, do I think that is related to that curio? I cannot say for sure. I hope it is. And, the concept of the last bullet really does seem like it fits Galaxy Rangers pretty well. So I'm going to hope that is the case. Oh, especially because we are missing one Galaxy Ranger in the, Plain Arcadia patch. That one that shows with, Rappa and Boothill in that one trailer. So yeah, with that, we have covered the lore of every single equation that can be found within the path of the hunt in the Divergent universe Arcadian Chronicles as of patch 4.4. Honestly, from this set, a lot of these were very intriguing and very cool. Exorcist has some of the lore that I'm very intrigued to look into when I do the story. I like the concept of the Meteor Wholesaler. That one is absolutely hilarious, especially with the idea that it caused an earthquake. There's the Vermin Hunter. That one looked absolutely insane. And the idea of the other ones that showcased, like last bullet showcased some of the other equations that I'm hoping to read more into. I like when equations are connected into each other. And yeah, Ancestral War God just showcasing, this guy is still fighting the moon and he's losing, but he's still trying, which is really, really cool. I love the concept of it. As a whole, yeah, like this set of equations were a lot of fun. But yeah, if you enjoy this sort of content, please feel free to hit that subscribe button. It's free, it only takes a second, and if at any point you feel like, the quality of the content that I'm producing is not up to par or you're not enjoying the videos anymore, you are more than welcome to unsubscribe. Like, that's perfectly reasonable. I want to make sure that I make more and more content, but like that it's proper and people are enjoying it. I do enjoy that a lot of you guys end up dropping comments down in the comment section and we get to interact and talk about these equations. That is honestly one of the main reasons why I adore making these series. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a great rest of your day, night, morning, whatever time zone you're currently watching this video at. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.